After a long night of terror, Desmond Hall seems like some comfortable refuge to Jean-Paul Desmond, who has fought against the powers which would force him to kill. For the first time, Jean-Paul has resisted that force, and now daylight promises new hope. But in the drawing room of Desmond Hall waits a threat which could reveal his dark secret to the world.
I have been so patient. I really have, Mr. Jean-Paul Desmond. But I don't like this feeling of being unsettled. I'm a person who needs comfort and order. And he's been taking so long. Well then, if I'm going to have a new life, I just better start it now. I hate to do it this way. I planned on his help, so things could be done his way. But I just can't wait for that, can I? Hello? Could you get me the police, please? I'd like to make a report on that man who's been killing so many people.
Put that down.
But I already have. Good morning, Mr. Desmond.
You were calling the police.
That's right, and I apologize for that. I just got so tired waiting for you.
What are you doing here?
I'm just waiting, that's all. I'm Agatha, don't you remember me?
Come in here. Why were you calling the police?
I think you heard.
I heard you speaking of killing and a murderer.
Don't come any closer, Mr. Desmond, please.
So you think I'm the murderer?
Oh, I didn't say that to the police or to anyone. Because you came home, Mr. Desmond, and that's really what I was waiting for. I don't want to cause trouble to anyone. If I wanted to report you, why would I have come here to ask you to help me?
Just how do you want me to help you?
Oh, that's up to you, Mr. Desmond. Last night you saved my life, saved me from drowning myself.
I thought you were accusing me of murder rather than rescue, Agatha.
Oh, no, sir. Did I say your name to anyone?
I think you were about to.
Let's not play games, Mr. Desmond. I'm not a child anymore, and I don't like playing games. You have such a beautiful house. I've enjoyed every minute I've been here. I wouldn't mind staying here. I wouldn't mind at all. You see, since you saved my life, I thought you might feel some responsibility for it. I had a very unhappy life, Mr. Desmond. I had good reasons for ending it. And now, well, look at me. I have to start living a new life because of you.
I think you're asking a strange sort of responsibility from me.
I didn't ask you to stop me from jumping into the river.
Agatha, I am glad that you are alive. Now, your life was in danger. I'm sorry that you have so little value to your life. But now you must make your choice as to how you are going to live your own life again. I can't help you.
But I have no friends but one. And I've lost him. I'd have some hope Mr. Desmond. I'd have something to live for if I could live here.
I can't do that.
You certainly have enough room.
That's not the point.
I'm trying to be nice, but if you keep saying no, I'll have to remind you of something. These marks on my neck. Marks from your hands, Mr. Desmond. I got home last night and was looking in the mirror when I suddenly remembered the newspaper story about that girl who was found strangled. I seem to remember there were marks on that girl's neck, like these. How come you stopped when you were choking me, Mr. Desmond? How come you didn't throw me into the river, dead?
Mr. Thaxton.
Ah, Raxel. I believe your master has come home at last.
You were listening at the door.
I was merely trying to ascertain who was in the drawing room. I didn't wish to disturb them.
I do not believe you, Mr. Thaxton.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Raxel. Perhaps when you come to know me better.
I know you well enough to know what you are.
Very hurtful. You've hurt me very deeply. Not the behavior one would expect from a devoted servant.
I am not your servant.
I know. I don't think I could stand all that devotion if I were Jean-Paul. If you were my servant, Raxel, I would have to destroy you before you did great harm.
Do not try to frighten me. I am not afraid of your threats.
Frighten you? How could you think such a thing? All I've done is provide you with the information that Jean-Paul is home. After a very mysterious absence last night. He's in the drawing room with a young lady who came this morning. Very strange young lady. You see, I'm willing to assist you, Raxel. At any time.
Who is it?
It is Raxel.
Come in. Raxel, would you take this young lady's luggage and prepare her a room?
Pleased to meet you.
She will be staying with us for a time.
I won't be much bother. Really, I won't. You're the servant, aren't you?
I will show you to a room.
Raxel, when you're free, I'd like to speak to you in my room.
You won't regret this, Mr. Desmond. I'm very grateful, and I can be a very loyal person.
I'm sure.
This is such a grand house. I must be going to have a very impressive room.
We shall see.
Raxel, I didn't tell Mr. Desmond because I didn't want him to think me strange or anything, but a while ago in the drawing room, I lost track of a pet of mine.
Pet?
Yes. I thought while you were cleaning up, you just might run across Peter. Oh, his name is Peter. He's a snake.
A snake?
Yes, he's been a friend of mine for years. I found him in the caves in Ute River.
Found him by the caves?
Yes, but he's very tame with me. But when he gets overexcited...
I know the behavior of a snake. Is that all he is? A pet?
Yes.
Did you know, mademoiselle, that once snakes were worshipped? Have you heard of the serpent god?
No. No, I don't know anything about such things.
Oh, yes, you do, mademoiselle. Yes, you do.
I don't know anything about serpent gods or whatever you're talking about. Don't stare at me like that. You're scaring me. Jean-Paul Desmond, stop.
You will come with me.
No, you're accusing me of wicked things.
I did not speak of anything wicked.
You did. Jean-Paul! Your servant. I don't want to see her again for as long as I'm here.
Why not?
She's wicked. She frightens me.
Raxel would not harm you.
I won't see her again I want her kept away from me.
That is not possible.
Did you hear me? I don't want to see her again for as long as I stay.
Raxel, you will keep away from Miss Pruitt. You will not disturb her as long as she is in this house as my guest.
Master...
You heard me.
As the master wishes.
Agatha, I will see you to your room.
You are a very kind man. I knew when I first saw you. A gentleman and very kind.
Jean-Paul? I'm so glad you're back.
Now, come in.
Mr. Thaxton.
I want to talk to you. Ah, you've been reading. A romance. How charming. Of course, older men like me have lost their romantic notions, but it is refreshing in somebody as young and attractive
Mr.
as you are.
Thaxton, what is it that you want?
Laszlo, remember? We're friends now, Holly. I just wanted to chat with you, that's all. I was worried about you last night, lost in the fog.
I found my way.
Yes, all by yourself. Miraculous. People fall off the cliffs sometimes at night in the fog. Terrible way to die, I should think. First you're making your way through the fog as thick as velvet, and then one step and you plunge into space. Down, down into the icy waters of the river, or worse, onto the jagged rocks below the cliff. I find the whole idea chilling.
Then why do you talk about it?
Yes, you're perfectly right. We must talk about other things more pleasant, such as... I talked recently to your friend Irene Hatter. She feels you've deserted her.
Jean-Paul asked me not to see her anymore.
Why should he make such a request? As you know, Mrs. Hatter is one of the few exhilarating people in town. Why, when Jean-Paul first came, he was very anxious that you two be friends. And now... Why, Holly?
I shouldn't have said that. I really don't need to give you a reason. But I do respect what Mr. Desmond tells me to do, and that's why.
But to ignore such a friend as Irene...
I really don't wish to talk about it anymore.
Oh, very well. Do you remember the evening you spent at Irene Hatter's with her friends, her little intimate circle?
Yes?
She's planning another one of those evenings, and she has told me to extend her invitation to you.
I'm sorry,
But you did enjoy yourself that evening.
Yes, I'm afraid I don't remember very much about it. I was rather sleepy, and I think I was rather rude.
Oh, not at all. Everyone admired you. In fact, they've expressed an interest for you to become a regular member.
Well, they're very kind, but I really would have to ask Jean-Paul about it.
I see. How unfortunate. I didn't believe, Holly, that you were so young you couldn't make your own decisions. Isn't this the jewel that Irene gave you?
Yes.
You don't wear it anymore.
No.
Well, I suppose you're right. It isn't that attractive. Strange nonsense. But I remember once seeing a hypnotist who claimed he had only to let such a jewel stay before someone's eyes to gain complete power. Can you believe that? Holly?
She is a wretched girl, Master. Conniving, plotting. And I do not understand why you acceded to her wishes, Master.
I have no choice.
But to let her stay under your roof because she commands it.
Raxel, last night the mark of death came upon me, and I came upon this girl and nearly strangled her. She still has the marks of my fingers around her throat. Now, this morning when I came in, she was about to call the police. I have no choice but to keep her here.
But how long? How long before she calls the police again?
I don't know. She's a very disturbed young lady. She almost committed suicide when I found her. I reached out for her. Somehow, at the same time that I was going to kill her, I saved her life. That star had disappeared behind a cloud, and somehow I felt free.
But you are not free, Master. Not so long as that girl lives. She represents more than you know. She is devoted to the Serpent God. And I do not believe it was an accident that you found her last night. She brings doom, Master. And I must see to it that this woman dies.
Agatha must not die. I want no more killings.
Listen to me. I know that that woman is involved in powers you know nothing about. She is a worshiper of the great serpent, but she does not know the danger of the forces she is dabbling in.
She's alone. She has no one.
And she will use that kind of sympathy to lead you, Master. Lead you until you have no will of your own.
I don't believe you. I want to help this girl.
Help yourself and your heritage, but you cannot help this girl.
Yes, I cannot help this girl, because the mark of death won't allow me to help anyone. When I go to hear the sound of the devil's heart beating in my ears, I feel not evil. No, I feel a great sympathy towards those that I can see. And my desire is to reach out to them. And when I reach out to them, I reach out with hands to kill. And the forces that I fight with of good and evil are always driving me. I always feel them tugging at me. And the result is always evil and destruction. Now don't advise me that this girl must die because of me.
There are times, Master, in this life when we must destroy or be destroyed.
No.
It is not my responsibility to judge the people of this world or to change what dreadful horrors life brings upon us, but to do my work without question and without tears. I have lived too long for tears.
But I have not. I can weep for us all, Rexel. I can still weep.
You mustn't cry, Holly. You must talk to me and listen to me.
I am listening.
When you awake, you will remember nothing. But deep in the recesses of your mind, you will know what I have told you and act upon it. You are one of us now. You are a member of the Witches' Coven. And we deserve all your loyalty and service. Do you understand?
I understand.
Irene had to play games with suggestions and flowers and gentle threats. But now I, Holly, I command. If you want to serve us, you must work quickly. No hesitation, no stupidity. It's all very simple, Holly. Jean-Paul Desmond must die. And at my command, you must kill him.
I know Jean-Paul must die, but I don't want him to.
You do want him to. I say that you do.
No.
You do. You have shared our ceremonies and drank our blood. You do want him to die. Tell me so. Tell me.
I want...
Tell me.
I want Jean-Paul to die.
Now you must remember that, dear child. Remember.
Mr. Desmond? Jean-Paul? Are you here? It's such a lonely house. I never knew. I thought it would be as if I was a queen living in some enchanted castle. But it is quiet. So quiet and so lonely. Mr. Desmond? Jean-Paul?
Yes, Agatha?
Oh, there you are. I'm so glad to see you. I really am. I was so lonely in my room. Oh, it's a lovely room, but lonely.
I don't want you to be lonely here. I want you to be happy.
Oh, you are such a kind man. And I am so ungracious. Talking about murders and police and such. When I see in your eyes, you want one thing, to make me happy.
Yes, I want to make you happy. I think you have felt threatened and unwanted. I think we all at some time have felt threatened and unwanted.
Yes, I know, but my friend has gone. The friend who comforted me most. Peter.
I wish I could help you. I could help you find him.
He was here with me. I brought him with me. And now he's gone.
Agatha, do you really believe that I could have killed you? I couldn't kill you, you know that.
If you say so, Mr. Desmond.
I do say so. And I want to protect you and make you happy.
I believe you, sir, but I can't be happy without Peter. He's
what, Agatha?
Well, he's a very beautiful and small and affectionate little snake. Not dangerous or dreadful or anything. He's all I've had for such a long time. Some people think snakes are such dreadful things, but Peter isn't. He's friendly and kind. And he grants my every wish, Jean-Paul. So long as I behave, he grants my every wish.
And how must you behave?
Obediently. And that's not difficult for me because I only want nice things. And so long as I know what I want and behave as I must, well, then I never fear my wants will become real.
Well, if all your wishes have come true, Agatha, then why did you want to end your own life?
Because I wanted something I could never have, Jean-Paul. I wanted you.